Esther Eisman from Richmond Hill. So my hint to first-time buyers is buy real estate and wait. Don't wait to buy real estate. There'll never be the right time. So I believe invest your money in your walls, not in the bank. Make money with the bank's money. This is for a first-time buyer. Before you go out there to shop for your favorite home or your first-time home, make sure to do the following. Pre-qualify yourself for a mortgage. Make sure you're qualified before you fall in love with your favorite place. About a horror story. So I had a first-time buyer that we went out and we saw about 15 homes. Finally, they fell in love with the house that they truly loved. We put an offer. 2 months later, closing date arrived and the bank pulled out. So you can imagine how devastating this was. My client just did not see any hope. He was living in a rental. This was his first time place. We decided to use my contact, and with 0 assets, I was able to get him 100% mortgage. It's a private mortgage on his property. We were able to close without him losing a dollar. And then a few months later, his wife felt that this was not the place they want to live in. So what we did is we put it back on the market. In less than 2 months, I sold it with a profit of $200,000 more. So this is one of my horror stories that turned out to be a very good story. Another story I have with the first-time buyer. So I take this lady out. She's an older lady to buy a condo. Before I'm selling her condo, she wanted to make sure she's able to find and downsize to another condo. So we're seeing about 40 at this time. I came to a point that I said I would have to fire you. And she said, "You can't fire me." I said, "Watch, yes I can. I'm firing you now." So she wouldn't let me go because she knew how hard I worked for her. She knew that I really truly cared about her. And then I had to put her place on the market. So we put her condo on the market, and she insisted that if it was a specific race, a specific person that she didn't like their visual, they can't come into their house. So I explained to her that we will not be able to sell her home. We have to open her house to every buyer. So again, I had to fire her. So my tip for you guys out there, that if you have to fire your client, don't be scared. Just go ahead and do it. Clients sometimes like the abuse. So this was a really fun relationship that turned into be an amazing friendship and a long-term client. Now, in terms of what buyers, first-time buyers, another story I have is when we go out and we look at the property and there's an offer night and the property is listed for $999 and your buyer is telling you to put an offer for $700. So what you're trying to do is to educate them and let them know that when there's an offer night, that means they want more. So this was quite an amusing challenge that I had with one of the first-time buyers. At the end, we were able to lend them a property after 40 offers we won it without really paying top dollars, but we were able to lend it at a very good price. Now we're going to go into why me, why not. My qualification are, I'm a licensee by Grant Cardone. I'm licensed to negotiate top best deals for my client. And I believe that I have the characters, so I make my clients laugh. If I go door knocking, I will not start, "Do you want to sell the property?" I will start that with, "I'm here for the listing appointment." And they would laugh like, "What listing appointment?" And I said, "Your wife booked it." And they're like, "No, she didn't." And I'm like, "Yes, she did. I'm here." And then he would go and call his wife and say, "You wanted to put our house on the market?" And then I calm him down and say, "No, we're just door knocking." So I would try to always make fun out of a situation. That's about it. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.